Year 3, welcome to your maths video for Wednesday the 17th of June. So we're going to start by looking at the mild level activities and move on to the medium and hot. So if you've been doing the mild level, today you're going to be finding half. We're going to be finding half of objects and possibly moving on to some numbers. So if we have a look at what half means, we've got the fraction, a half here, where I've got 1 as my numerator and 2 as my denominator. Now my denominator means I'm splitting into 2 equal parts. It's telling me 2 there. So I know whatever I split today is going to be into 2 equal parts. We've also got the word half because it means the same as this fraction here. So let's have a look at some of our activities. The first one you might have is asking you to draw a line to split each shape in half. Now we can split the shape down the middle this way, or we can split it down the middle that way. So we can go vertically or horizontally. Now we need to make sure though we've got 2 equal groups. So I don't have one really big side and one really small side. So I think I'm going to go horizontally. So I'm going to start here in the middle. I'm going to draw my line right across the middle. So I've got 2 equal parts. Now looking at that, I needed to be a bit more careful with my measurements to make sure they were completely equal, so you can take your time. Now this star is a bit easier to do because actually I'm not going to go horizontally with this one. I'm going to go down, go vertically, because I can match up the points. So I can go straight down the middle from that point to that point. And now I've got 2 equal groups. I've split that shape in half down the middle. Right. The next activity you could have is asking you to colour half of each shape. Now, these shapes have already got a line down them. Now, this one's easy. I can see that straight down the middle, so I'm just going to colour a half of it. Now, when we say a half, if I write that fraction again, it's asking me to colour one part out of the 2 parts. So I've coloured half of the shape on that side, okay? You could colour either side, it's up to you. If we have a look at this shape and this shape, they've got a line. It doesn't look to me like it's down the middle this way. They've done it on a diagonal. But if you look at either side, I've still got equal amount of space on each side. So I'm just going to colour in one side, okay? Because that shape there is half of the whole shape. Oh, this one's easy. I can see that straight down the middle. I want 1 out of the 2 parts shaded in, so I want 1/2. And this one, it's still going down the middle, just slightly off, but I've still got the same amount on each side of my shape. I'm going to shade half of that shape in 2. Moving on then, another activity you could have is asking you to colour half of each group. So I've got a group of stars here. I'm going to start by counting them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, some of you in your heads will go, oh, I know what half of 6 is. If I split 6 into 2 equal groups, I get 3, because we know 3 add 3 is 6, okay? So I could just straight away colour in 3 stars. If you're struggling to remember your halves, what you could do, though, is try and draw that line again down the middle. And you can see there, I've got 3 stars on this side and 3 stars on that side. The question is asking me half of the number 6, because I've got 6 stars. I'm going to quickly colour in 3 of those stars, because it's asking me to colour in half of each group. And we can check it by making sure I've coloured in 3, 1, 2, 3, and I should have 3 not coloured in. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Right, let's look at the apples now. So first of all, I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the question is asking me half of 8. Or, we know half, we can also write it like this as well. Put that in brackets there. Now I already know half of 8, because I know 4, add 4 equals 8. I've got 2 equal groups there of 4. So I know I need to shade in 4 apples. But if you're struggling again, you can try and spot where the middle of these groups of apples are and put a line down the middle. So do this again. And then see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 apples on this side, 4 apples on that side. So I've got 2 groups of apples. I'm going to shade in 1 group of them. It's asking me to do a half, okay? Right, Another activity you could have is asking you to split these shapes in half. Now this question is trying to trick you a bit because as you can see, these shapes have already got lots of lines in. So some of the lines we're going to have to ignore, okay? I've got a square here. Now when we looked at a square earlier, it was chopped in half by the diagonal, okay? Remember I need two equal groups for a half. So if I use this line going this way, or I could use that line going the other way, I know that that is half of the shape because you can see there, this space here is the same amount as this space at the top, okay? So you need to look at your shape carefully. This one here, they've split it into 1, 2, 3, 4 equal groups. Well, it's a square again. I could either just put my line, splitting it down the middle, and I know I'm going to have to colour in those two parts, or I know half of 4 is 2. So I know I need to colour in 2 parts of this shape, okay? Because 2 quarters is the same as 1 half, okay? You can see it there. This one I've got quarters again. Now we've just said 2 quarters is the same as 1 half. I've got 4 parts. If I colour in 2 of them, you can see if I had a line splitting my shape down the middle, or I could have done it horizontally, that's half of the shape coloured in. So you've got to be really careful to make sure you're looking straight down the middle, either horizontally or vertically on the shape, okay? So, if you were on the mild, you need to stop the video now and have a go at finding a half of a shape. If you have been doing the medium and heart, we're going to look at fractions of a set of objects. So the first activity you might have looks like this. It's asking you half of 10, and I've got 2 boxes here because my denominator is telling me I need 2 equal groups. I'm going to split 10 into 2 equal groups. So I'm going to start off sharing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now some of you would have known that half of 10, we say it all the time, is 5. So you could have just wrote 5 straight in, but if you need to draw your objects, that is fine. And we can check it's 5 by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 in that group and 5 in that group. So I only want one group of it, so half of 10 is 5. Right, I now will need a third of 15. So I've got my 3 equal groups that I've split my box into. I'm going to share my 15 out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I only want one group of that. My numerator tells me I want one group. And if I have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 is the answer. Now if you've seen, this question is just asking you to do how many 3s are in 15, because my denominator is 4 dividing. So you could even do it that way and skip putting your counters in altogether. But if you need to, use this to help you share them out into those equal groups. Right, another activity that you could have is asking you to circle a fraction of some shape. So I've got my counters today are stars. So a third of the counters. So I need to split them into 3 groups and I only want one of those groups. Well, if I have a look, we could have a look going horizontally. Oh, I've got 1 group there, 2 groups here, and 3 groups there. I only want one of those groups. Now to triple check, you could look the other way, but that makes it a bit more tricky because I can actually see 3 equal groups there, and I only want one of those equal groups. So I'm going to circle 1 out of the 3 groups I can see, okay? So then it asks you, how many counters did you circle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I circled 6 counters. And then it's asking you then, well, what's a third of 18? Well, I had 18 counters there. If we just triple check that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay? So I had 18 counters, and I've circled 1/3 because I've split 18 into 3 groups. So it's still 6 because I've circled my 6 counters. Okay? Right, another one you could have is saying here, this is 1/3 of a bag of sweets. So a third of a bag of sweets, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sweets in that bag. I'm going to write that down to remember it. How many sweets were in the bag? Well, if that's just 1/3, I've got 1 group there, 2 groups, 3 groups, because I'm splitting it into 3 equal groups. And if they're equal groups, I must have the same amount of sweets in this pocket and the same amount of sweets in this pocket. So I need to draw very quickly my 4 sweets here. Now I'm sure your drawings will be much better than mine because they're equal groups. So I've got to have the exact same amount in each group. So here are my 4 sweets in each group. So then, all together in the bag, well, we know that will be 3 out of 3, which is 1 whole. That tells me how many sweets are in the bag all together. So we need to count them. Now, I know you know your 4 times table, so count with me. 4, 8, 12. There's 12 sweets all together in the bag, okay? Right, okay, so let's look at this one. Now this one looks a little bit overwhelming because I've got so many counters. So let's take our time, read the question, and we'll probably end up doing it as a number sentence. So, find 1/10 of 40 by circling equal groups. So I know you need to circle lots of equal groups here. Now, let's have a look at these fractions. I've got 1/10 and then I've got the number 40 I need to use there. Now my denominator at the bottom tells me how many equal groups, so I know there's going to be 10 equal groups I need to split these counters into, but I don't know how many counters will be in each equal group. Well, if we look at 10 and 40, the denominator is asking me how many 10s go into 40. So let's count in our 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 4, okay? We use our times tables, so I know I need 10 groups of 4 counters. So I'm just going to circle them all, just to see if that fits, and I've got no counters left over. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go, so I've circled the equal groups. Now it did ask for 1/10, so I'm just going to get a colour out and just circle one of the groups, because I know that 1/10 of 40 equals 4, okay? Just 4 counters. So good luck, take your time and read your questions carefully.